Alright. Alright, got the controller working now. Alright, hopefully it'll behave itself. Why would it? What are you doing to it? On the card itself? Ooh, that's bad. The back fan on my computer itself is broken, but I've got the side panel on my computer open to help out a little bit. That's crazy talk. Alright, so guys, I just want to point out something evil about the game design in this game. They have put some very important things hidden in some bullshit places. I only know about this because I actually looked up how to get to certain things because I've been struggling through this game lacking a certain tool that I need. Just to find out that apparently there's a whole ass dungeon with an important tool in it hidden back here. Like, you have to go to the... Like, oh, look, here's some treasure. Well, what if I do this? Oh, look, there's a whole dungeon back here. With a grappling hook in it. Hidden in a spot where you could barely even tell that there's a way to go at all. And behind this enemy that can possibly one-shot me if I am not careful. No, usually the super important stuff isn't... Oh, okay, two-shot me then. Isn't hidden that badly. Outside of the first couple of games in the... I mean, like, past NES level. Oh, and also... I determined a while back... Actually, let me double-check something. So this weird in-game instruction manual is the only way you learn how to do a lot of stuff with the game. Okay, so from this screen, I learned that I can use those 3 items pictured at the bottom to make my character stronger. But how? Right? There's no indication of how to do that. Now, if you look at the lower right of the screen... Oh, wait, it's not sharing into Discord right now, is it? Because I had to reload the game. Okay. At the lower right of the screen over here, we can see some of those upgrade items are sitting there. But how do I use them? I can't go over and select them. Or actually, I can here, but I can't do anything with them from here. Apparently, you have to go to one of these places where you rest and get a checkpoint. And you can use them while you're here. How the fuck was I supposed to know that? But the game has taught me that while I'm walking around, I can't do anything with these. So why would I just randomly think to try that while I'm standing here? That's just a bet. Because they told me. And this game did not. Okay, this game didn't show me either. I only know this because I looked it up. No, when I interact with it, this happens. I pressed the My Menu button. But now there's an added functionality in my menu button that didn't exist when I'm not standing near this statue. And there was no indication of that. Why would I have? The game is so cryptic. Alright, I'm going to see. This will bring me from 1 of something to 2 of something. Now, if I understand correctly, I believe this is attack power. Because why wouldn't an effigy of a fox give you more attack power, right? Oh no, that's defense. I was wrong. Actually, I think the tooth is attack power. Sorry, Jack. Yeah. Also, I finally figured out what the coin over here is for, and I'll worry about that later. The coin one kind of makes sense. They still don't tell you, but it at least is logical. They don't have enough. Oh, I'm actually... You... I mean, I can see the logic to it now that I know, but I never would have guessed to try that if I hadn't looked it up. It's possible I may have stumbled into it by accident if I ever accessed my menu near a statue for some reason. Oh, and I found out there's also a fast travel system that I had no clue about either. Although I don't know how much the attack power upgrades make a difference. Also, I found out these things that we can equip here, I never would have figured out what these things did either. But apparently this is a bracer which reduces the cost of blocking attacks with my shield. And I never would have known about that either, I'm sure. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the place where I died and see if we can fight that guy properly this time. Hey Jax, do you know how much the attack power upgrades matter? Because these things were 2 hits to kill before and they're 2 hits to kill now. But I don't know. Yeah, I probably could have done a compare and contrast with, like, aim at them so I can see their health bar, hit them once, and then buy an upgrade and do it again, but I didn't bother doing that. Okay, I definitely did more damage to him. I think last time I got him down to maybe half with a combo. And this time I got him down to like a third. So 10% per upgrade sounds like maybe it's about right. Okay, I still need the... Wait a second. I thought I was supposed to get grappling hook here, but... Oh, there's a ladder over here. Okay. I was going to say, I can't go anywhere without the grapple, but I'm supposed to get the grapple. I think it's down here. It really is very Zelda. But it's got some Dark Souls brutality to it, so I decided to call it Zelda Souls. Yeah, that guy kicks ass. Trying to mooch off of that guy's fame. No, that's why they're doing the pot on the head. A lot of people will play the game without wearing armor because that makes you faster. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm telling you, people have always done that in Souls games. That's not new. Does the pot actually do something? What does do? Okay, that's funny. Yeah, literally. Pot just helps you chill, yeah. I've heard of that, and that sounds incredibly brutal. Like, I can't even imagine how you'd be able to maintain enough supplies to keep doing that. We know somebody who's done that, actually. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What'd you say? Yeah, but you can hit people with shields and you don't run out of them. It's the maintaining the supply of throwable craftables that seems like the difficult part to me. You're talking about reality, not Elden Ring specifically, right, Kai? Oh, you've researched this? Hmm. Yeah, they tend to be very unwieldy, or at least we have been in Souls games. I haven't tried them as a weapon in Elden Ring yet. Do they have I wonder if they have something in the game for doing dual wield style maneuvers with shields, because I don't think they do. Which is a shame. Well, normally you just equip two weapons of the same type, and then you press your LB button to do the dual wield power stance attacks. But normally, a shield in the left hand, pressing LB will block with the shield, so I don't know if that will work. I play on PC as well, but I use a gamepad. I use the Xbox gamepad. So I still use the same button configurations. Yes. Ah. Oh, heck. This is bad. What? Ah. Only 10 hours, okay. Now, absolutely F using mouse and keyboard for a Souls game. I don't know why any lunatic would do that. Yeah. Screw that. Oh. Who says that would stop her? Both of you, apparently. In a situation like that, everybody involved wins. Uh-oh. I didn't know being eyed was a thing. I mean, I usually use both, so, you know. Right. Aha. Gotcha. Are these just the cutest explosives you've ever seen? Yeah, but did he create any good characters, though? I don't know anything about him. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Again, I don't know the comics, but what I know of them from games and stuff, they just don't seem that interesting. But that might be the game's fault, so I don't know. Teen Titans Actual. Ah. Well, that's just his actual name, right? Oh. Shortcut. Yep. Hmm. Didn't Marvel copy that concept as well? Like, isn't that kind of what um, the Thanos thing was similar to, or am I thinking of something else? Unfortunate. I'm a little confused right now. Don't seem to have anywhere new I can go. Hmm. Oh, wait. This is new. Oh, dear. That was a fun chain reaction. But I'm glad Kai got a chance to see more than 5 minutes of this game today. Oh, there it is. There's the thing I'm in here for. And this room looks incredibly dangerous. Oh, shit. Yoink. Oh, well. They killed me, but I got the thing, so I'm okay. That sounds fun. All right, let's test this thing. First, let's murder. That's 43.9. Why not a 44? Whee! Apparently. Okay, I saw a few places I could grapple while I was in here. Maybe there are more goodies to have. Yeah. I mean, I could use one as it is. I have a hard time going to a movie theater and not having to use the bathroom in the middle of the movie. And that's when I don't bring a drink with me. That was the main reason they did it in the first place, yeah. My bladder needs it. Oh. I like how I can fuck with enemies now that I have this grapple hook, though. Yeah, eat it. Get all of the stabs. Alright, so this is going to open up a lot of things for me now that I have this. There's so many places that have hooks and such. Apparently this is also what I used with the tuning forks. Those are also just grapple points that look different, according to the guide that I found. Yeah. Oops. Excuse me, gentlemen. So I like how the grappling hook, it appears to If I use it in combat, it costs a little bit of mana. But if I use it for traversal, it's free, which is nice. I don't have to worry about spending mana just to get around the map. Alright, there was this place. Okay, what about over here? How do I get over there? Excuse me, game, how do I over there, please? Oh, it must be a secret door. Yeah, okay. Nice. Candy King crackers. Sorry, did you say something? Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. What? No, not. There we go. Stop whipping the corpse, you weirdo. I like how they have a bunch of the ones in here that are just like shortcuts to get out. I didn't know they were there, so I didn't use them. Take it. Those things have killed me so many times yesterday. Ugh. Ooh, more defense. Nice. Let me see. Still don't know what this is for, or this one. Or this one. What are these for, Jax? Okay, I know what this is, I know what this is. I know what this and this are, and I know what this is. But I have no idea what the two little fox things are. Oh, let's see if I can do something around here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Nice. All right, now I gotta activate the thing in the northwest sector here. Maybe it will be easier. Oh, wait. I should buy some more stats. I like how also, whatever the last item you used, that's what he's holding in his right hand as he walks around. Whether it's your sword, the grappling beam, your potion bottle. Also, I'm gonna need more money than I thought I did. I had a lot of money yesterday, but then I spent 1,000 on another coin, which may not really have been worth it, honestly. Oh, these are expensive, whatever they're for. All right, I can only afford this one. I don't know what it is. I'm guessing it's maybe my max health, but I don't know. Potion. Does it make my potions more effective? Because I could really use that. My potions suck. Okay. Now let's use this shortcut I found by accident. Huh? Okay. I don't have one of these tiles I don't have, but apparently, oh god, that does not pause the game. Apparently there's a one of these things that will reduce you to 1 health, but then give you a fire sword. Whoops. Ah, wrong button. No, not that. Wrong buttons again. Why am I clumsying everything right now? I meant to block and I press the potion button instead. Okay, I've never been up here because I've never gotten past those two guys before. Because I was fighting them all with my base stats because I didn't know how to increase my stats. Also, those guys with the spears and shields, I hate them. I hate them with a burning passion. Most hated enemy in the game. Pretty. All right, let's pray to the monolith. Wah. I'm still not convinced that doing that's actually a good thing. I'm still not sure if this purple and getting the purple energy to flow is a good idea, but it seems to be what we need to do. It's true. You make a good point. I don't know what I was worried about. I think this is that game, honestly, because I know when I get close to like weird purple energy leaks, my max health goes down. And everything is bad. Hey, I did a thing. That? No. Okay. I thought that might be an elevator. I got spat out. Huh. Something appears to be missing here. You got all the things glowy. Is it because I have to fix the leak? Oh, you'll find this interesting, Kai. These enemies here are called fairies. They're like weird tech fairies. Also, I'm having another controller glitch. Sometimes I can't. Like I can use my shield. I can lock onto enemies, but sometimes I can't do both at the same time. And this is one of those times. I'm very confused. I think usually if I quit out of the game, I might have to reload the whole game on actually, but let's just try this. No, you have to reload. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It's just not recognizing LT and RT being pressed at the same time. But normally it does. And I don't know what changed that. I'm going to have to reshare to you guys again. Game, are you running or not? I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's a little glitchy. Hold on, but let me check my task manager. Task manager does not acknowledge that it's running. Game? Come on, buddy. The hell? Check this again. Man, it would be nice if this list was in alphabetical order. What the hell? Well, I think I'm going to have to reboot the computer because this game doesn't want to run anymore. So I will have to bring the stream down for a minute. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. This thing reboots pretty quick. Oh, wait, no, wait. Here it is. Now it's decided to run after I double-clicked it like 8 times. Yeah. Exactly, it heard me. Oh, but of course the controller's not working again. 1 second. Oh, and Discord has stopped recognizing the game as well. There it is. Okay. Looks like there was just a weird pause. As soon as Discord saw the game again, controller worked again. And let's see. Focus and shield. Okay, we're good to go. This game is weird. Alright, so it looks like the thing in the middle is possibly not working as intended. Which is to say, the thing comes up, sparks happen, and then it goes back down, and I'm left with no result. Do you remember this part, Jax? Or have you not seen this part? Okay, so I'm only just barely past what you've seen then. So I know there's a corrupted patch of ground southwest of here. I'm wondering if I need to fix that somehow. And, whah! Surprise, motherfucker! God, having extra attack power is so nice for these things. These guys are a bit of an annoying fight because you spend a lot of time just waiting. Like, you can't chase them down because they'll just fly away from you and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to wait until they come at you and then counterattack them. Which means you spend half the fight just waiting. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there's that leak there. That's... Oh, because this piece of pipe is just broken entirely. That might be why it's not working. Those guys are some of the most dangerous enemies in this game. If you let them hit you, you're kind of screwed. Okay. Actually, is there anything on the screen telling me my potion level? Yes, there is. Okay. So the flowers are probably health. Or either the purple flower or the green leaf is probably health. And the blue thing's probably mana. And Jack said that one of them affects money drops, so that's probably one of the 2 plants that I wasn't sure about. Probably, because I've only got one of it. Alright. I have to do something about this, I think, but I don't know what. Maybe if I get rid of this bird. That will be a step in the right direction. Ah, bird's very confused. Come on. I can one-shot these guys now, which is nice. Ow. But yeah, I don't know if I can do anything about this pipe. It's leaking, and I don't know if I have any way to repair it. Then there's all of this. Actually, this is new. I don't remember seeing this. Oh, this is because I activated the other thing. This must be the other half of the pipe leaking. I wonder if I can do anything about it if I go up here. I'm gonna get killed by these frogs, though. And again, if I just go aggro on them, I can usually kill them. But if they combo me with their knives, I'm kind of screwed, even if I block it. You! Get out of here. I don't like you. No, that's no good. Yeah, that leaky pipe is the problem. I don't know what to do about it. There's other places I can go now, though, so maybe I need to do other things and come back. Maybe I'll get a fix things spell or something. I don't know. I don't know what this game has. Alright. That costs 200. I'm going to save up for that thing. Because if that is a money increaser, I need that. Because then I can get my upgrades faster. Buy an upgrade that gets me more upgrades. It'll be upgradeception. Exactly. Guy's freaking out. Alright, where can I get more kills? Freak out! It's a good song. Oh, I know. But I might as well test it. If it is true, then I want it. And if it is true, then time is of the essence. Because the sooner I get it, the more money I'm getting. Alright, we're about to find out. And if it's not that, then we'll find out what it actually is. Actually, that might be the health one, because it's right next to the blue one, which is probably the mana one, but... Oh, wait. Health and stamina. Health and stamina makes sense. In which case, I'll buy this one, actually. I'll buy the defense one. I feel like defense is a little better than more health. Eventually, we want all of them. But, take that for now. Oh, I need to actually rest as well. Okay. Now, apparently, if I do this, which, actually, wait, let me double check my instruction manual. Did it hint at this and I just didn't realize? This is a very cute instruction manual, though. Oh, telling me there what the golden coin does. Okay. Okay, the green one's a lure. The plushie is a lure. The other thing is an effigy. I don't know what effigy means. Oh, the blue potion says is a frost bomb, apparently. Okay. Okay, there's something there depicting the fast travel point, but it doesn't tell you what to do or that it's a fast travel point. It just has an arrow, which tells me nothing, really. But apparently if you pray here, you're like some spirit realm where you can warp to the other ones. Which I discovered by watching somebody else find the magic grapple thingy. Okay, black ones, I guess, are ones I haven't activated. What's up here? Space! Oh, this is where I talked to... okay, this is this place. Okay. Trapped Fuchs lady. Alright. I just want to go outside in general. So I think I'm just going to... actually, no, let's do this one. Gotta start somewhere. Surprise! Supplies, motherfucker! I mean, I wouldn't be either. Somebody teleports in behind me, I'll just completely at random. I'm not expecting that. I don't think I would be ready for it either. Okay. Yes. That classic piece of worthless advice. Do the thing that you can't do. Okay. If we do these... I mean, not in any specific form. I can expect to be surprised, but I don't know what that's going to do. But what form will that take? Okay, so we got another slot for these. Now, as I understand it, this one means that enemies will sometimes drop life hearts, which is nice. And I think this one here is dangerous because it raises your attack power but lowers your defense, as I recall from looking it up last night. Could be strong, but definitely dangerous. Okay. Get me back to the map, please. Darkwing Duck. Alright, if I go to the far right corner, I can do stuff. Sorry, what? Yep, there's the heart. I don't remember what TW stand for, or was it DW? DW would make more sense. Yeah. Just sounded like you said TW, and I was like, what? What, Kai? Enjoy fooding your face. Yeah, I never figured out how to open this. It might be related to this thing, though, but I don't think I can pray at it from this far away. I don't know anybody get over there. But there was stuff down here as well. So maybe this has something to do with it. I remember there's a secret thing over here. This game loves its secret paths. Yeah. Yeah, I can't pray at you from down here either. I mean, that's what activated these power lines in the other beachy area. So probably. But then there's this thing. It's like this. I don't know what to do about this. But maybe that'll work. Maybe those jumper cables will work properly. Maybe I just have to find the end of this. I didn't know about the last time I was in here. I didn't know about the praying thing, so. Oh heck. It does, doesn't it? My ability to block while locked onto an enemy is broken again. For some friggin' reason. I don't know why that keeps happening. Oh, that's right, but this is boarded up. I can't get through. Hmm. What's up? How's the caveman playthrough going? Don't you mean Marge? That was such a good meme. Alright. I don't think I can do anything here until I get the ability to break those wooden panels, and I don't know how to do that. So we'll move on to somewhere else. And sit around and hope the game will allow me to block again. Why are you working on Sunday? I mean, I used to work on Sunday all the time, so... Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, Saturday is currently my Sunday. Yes. Hmm. I think I have to reload the game again. It's giving me controller problems again. I don't know why it keeps doing this. But now it won't even close the game. Alright, task manager time again. Who? By the way, you're kind of muffled right now, Blast. Hey, Burns. You can only hear Krendar? That's weird. Hold on. Oh, shit.
Mm.
Apparently I've been playing the game itself with no audio the whole time as well.
No.
And people haven't been able to hear you the whole time because OPS decided to change my audio setting for no reason.
Hey.
Once again, I guess I'm going to have to just start checking that every stream.
Yeesh.
Because it betrays me.
Betrayal!
Thank you, Burnswell.
Traitors in the midst.
Like, do the old spoon.
Now anybody
Betrayal!
who's been watching has been sitting here wondering who the hell I'm responding to the whole time. As I'm having a conversation with nobody.
Don't worry, we're just Krendar's voices in the head.
I mean, I can't prove otherwise.
He's got a beautiful mind.
That's a good backhanded insult. Or
That
backhanded
was-
compliment, I guess I should say.
Well, yeah, that was, what was it, that movie about the math and science genius? And he had these friends he talks to a lot, and it turns out at the end, they were all just figments of his imagination. But they're basically what got him through some of the harder times.
I mean, that's what imaginary friends are for, right?
Yeah. It's almost kind of like, I think that's on that spoiler t-shirt I've seen. You know, the one that gives away spoilers of all the movies.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it says things like, you know, has a picture, it says Darth Vader is Luke's father, Snape kills Dumbledore,
Rude.
the Planet of the Apes with Earth all along.
How rude.
Yeah, about like, what was it, the fucking therapist or whatever in Sixth Sense was a ghost, you know. Yeah, all the little twists to a movie, and it gives them away. Then again, a lot of these things, then again, a lot of things that gives away are movies that have been for so long. If you don't know it by now,
Someone's gonna
You
spoil
haven't
it
seen
for
the
you.
movie yet.
yeah, but the movies have been around for long enough. I mean, fucking, how long ago was fucking? That was the second to last Harry Potter story.
Sure as hell didn't see it.
Well, you know, I didn't either, but I knew it already.
I have only seen first 4 Harry Potter movies and nothing after that.
I saw the third one, and that's only because that's what was playing at the Plasma Center when I was there.
I mean,
Oh, and I
the
also
latest,
saw Fantastic Beasts 1, but not 2.
I haven't seen any of those.
the latest in the Harry Potter franchise was like 2011.
Yeah, so if you don't know by now,
Yeah. Fantastic Beasts is actually pretty good. I liked it.
Yep.
Okay, I have no idea how I'm supposed to get that guy over there. But I'm pretty sure I can't do it right now.
then what was it, the twist of the Planet of the Apes? And I said, well, if you don't know, I mean, come on, how many times has that been spoofed by now?
Oh yeah, everybody should know that.
I mean, hell, how many movies we had now to know that we know? Yes, Darth Vader, Luke's father.
Wait, what? No.
Now, get out of here, yeah.
Hello. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, I didn't know about that little secret way there, though.
I like the cartoon guy talking about, what was it,
Good way.
when he saw Star Wars and somebody was talking about, like, hey, you seen The Empire Strikes Back? No, I haven't seen it. I'm going to see it today. Don't tell me anything. It's like, oh, it's like that's kind of one line for you. It's like one line. I am your father.
Well, I'm not gonna say one line, but it's the most important spoiler in the
Right,
movie.
exactly.
What a dick.
Actually, I knew before seeing it. Somebody said we find out the truth about Luke's father. It's like, and somehow in my head, I was already starting to make the connection. I was like, I wonder, could it be? Yeah.
See, that's why people shouldn't say shit like that, because it makes people start trying to figure it out on their own, and then
Yeah.
like it's not a spoiler exactly, but it still leads to them.
Right. All right.
Never
No
make people
coins.
think it's dangerous.
Thinking is dangerous. I don't recommend it to anybody.
The war on thoughts.
I mean, I'd like to start a war against the term thought, because that is one of the stupidest.
Well, what it
slangs
originally
ever.
meant, yeah, then it expanded into like about streamers who, let's face it, sometimes they fit the bill.
Well, I'm not talking about accuracy. I'm just talking about it's a stupid acronym.
Mm.
Just say, if you want to call somebody a hoe, just say hoe. It's the only acronym I can think of in the world that is twice as long as the original insult word.
Yeah.
It's like, are adding the words that and over there that important?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
I hate
Somebody
it.
gotta come with something. I was telling somebody, it's like some slang terms and stuff like that still makes sense. No sense to me. It's like, to this day, I still don't know what the fuck crunk means. I said, is that
I don't
like,
know what it means specifically other than good in some way.
is that like the past tense of crank? What?
Burnswell says thick bothers him for some reason. Maybe
Oh,
it's the
with
inner
2
spelling
Cs?
Nazi? Probably.
Yeah.
I think thick is a very useful word, though. Although, I've since heard an even better variation that is even better. Somebody was talking about, like, a room full of weightlifters or something. It's like, man, look at all these guys in there. They're all so thickums.
Yeah.
I was like, thickums, that's adorable.
I mean, what was it? Don't want spoilers for old movies. Come on. It took me forever before I got to see Citizen Kane, and I already knew the spoiler. But
I haven't even seen it, but I know the spoiler as well.
yeah,
Still
it's
haven't
kind of
seen it.
when you get to the spoiler, and if you've been paying enough attention to the movie, how significant it is. I was like, oh man.
Sometimes it's not the reveal itself or the ending or the answer. It's the journey that really actually matters.
Right, that's it too.
That's why I think it's funny when people complain about, the storytelling style where the story begins at the end and then it rewinds to the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, okay, or it's like, okay, we know this is going to be a trilogy because it was planned to be a trilogy from the beginning, and we've seen posters for part 2 and 3 where the main character is still there. So therefore, no matter how much danger happens in the first movie, we know the protagonist will survive.
Yeah.
And they complain about that, and I'm like, yeah, but that's okay, because it's still exciting to see, okay, how is he going to survive?
It is
how
kind
does
of
he get out of this one?
No, it's like, bet you're wondering how I got into this situation.
Or how I got out of this situation. In some cases. But yeah, like it's about how you get there. It's not necessarily about, I know the protagonist is going to win, but I'm still curious how he's going to win.
Kind of the part about the Birds of Prey movie that I did like was when he's like, shit, I started too late. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Like, but then again, you got stuff like Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, which just hops back and forth all through time. So a character that you've already seen die, we now go back to the point when he was alive.
Hey, Elijah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. How you doing today? Oh, here we go. Oh, but that only gets me to this, which I've been to. I don't know how to get to that chest up there, though. Because you can't drop down off of ledges. Oh, well. I'm having my I can't focus and block glitch again, but screw it. I'm just gonna live with it.
It's making me think of when I'm playing Elden Ring and I hit too many buttons at once, and the game's like, I don't know what you want me to do because you're pressing too many things at the same time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But it's super weird in this case, because in this case it's 2 things at a time that normally works.
Also, like, I don't know if you've figured it out, but I'm kind of annoyed with, like, I just, for the quick synopsis example of Blood Slash and then the parry that virtually every shield comes with, I don't know how to alternate between the two without having to switch my shield on and off, or, you know, from my offhand to not being on my offhand. And I was like, if there's a way for me to choose which one I want to be the dominant ability, that would be so much more convenient, but I have to switch it.
There's a way around. There is a way around it with shields specifically. There's an Ash of War that's called No Skill. If you put that on a shield...
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
That's what it's for.
Oh. I don't know if it was with you or... No, finish that. This is unrelated.
Go you go ahead. That was basically it. Like, you put that on a shield, the shield won't have a skill, therefore your skill will default to your weapon skill instead.
I was just looking at something. You remember when I think it was last week, I discussed the book Batman in Darkest Night, where he Batman gets a green lantern ring. Well, it's like on the night that the bat crashes through his window and inspires him. At the same time, the light flashes in the distance. He goes and finds it and finds the green lantern that passes the ring to him. So yeah. Well, there was another one, an alternate take. I remember Superman speeding bullets, in what, instead of being found by the Kents, Superman's ship was found by the Waynes. So imagine if Clark Kent or Kal-El became Batman.
Oh, he'd be...
Yeah,
I mean,
Batman with Superman's powers.
I mean, Superman's overpowered enough as it is.
Yeah.
So that's just Superman. That's just what he is already. There's no difference.
But now he's fueled by vengeance.
Well, except that's the difference there. There's no difference otherwise.
When the Waynes get killed, now he takes, like, he becomes Batman.
Yeah, because he's already supposed to be really smart, so...
Yeah. What was the other one?
I mean, Batman is the world's best detective.
Right. So we've got
but Superman's supposed to be very smart already, isn't he? So...
Yeah, well...
Yes, Superman's smart. He's, I'm
sure he could do a lot of high-quality detectiving if you wanted to.
Right, so, like I said, just like, what if now, as well as being the greatest detective, he adds the power of Superman behind it.
Basically just a smarter, more darker...
Yeah. And how it's somebody who's initially motivated by his death and not just, the responsibility of his powers, how would the two things conflict?
Also, I'll tell you this, Joker's going to have a real bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what the crossover... Now, there was a... I don't know, I haven't read the...
You can't really crossbreed Joker and...
Luthor or something.
Luthor, because Luthor's just a regular dude.
Well, okay.
And they're both just really smart, really rich people. But they do different things with their smarts.
Sort of. If we're talking about the classic Luthor, not the post-crisis Luthor. Luthor was just a...
Well, weren't there also essentially 2 different Luthors, because one of them was his son?
Okay, alright, the original...
But also took the name Luthor?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Batman
Lex,
who laughs.
The original Lex Luthor was actually a friend of Superman's. That's kind of how they played it in Smallville, sort of.
Yeah.
But the original Luthor, brilliant guy. He was a scientist. He was working on stuff that would benefit humanity, and then a lab accident actually made all his hair fall out and kind of twisted his mind, and for some reason he blamed Superman for it. So
Why,
that's
was
why
he
he became
around
his
when it happened or
nemesis.
something?
Something, I think, in trying to save him, and something happened. I think he tried to blow all the, with the Superman, blow all the chemicals out of the way, and to get to Luthor, but somehow Luthor got caught up in that cloud of chemicals, and that's made his hair fall out, and he was blaming him for that. It was some kind of weird thing, but yeah.
And then if we go off the 90s animated cartoon series, he looks like Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
But I mean, is there not a thing where there's like the crazed redhead Lex Luthor who is a different person?
There's a... I'm trying to remember. There's... Like I said, there's been several versions.
In the Batman vs. Superman movie, for example.
Okay, well...
The Jesse Eisenberg one?
No, that was
guy's
just...
name.
That's just Jesse Eisenberg being...
Right.
It's about any Jesse Eisenberg character.
Sure, but I was told that he was... in the comics, there was actually... Like, the original bald Lex Luthor had a son who also named Lex. And that was who that one was. Well, at least that's what I was told. I don't know if that was correct. But that's what I heard.
haven't heard of that.
I mean, Lex had red hair. When you see him... Oh, jeez. We always saw he had red hair before it fell out. Now, that in the post-crisis, when he first appears in the Man of Steel miniseries, he's got hair, but it's starting to recede already, and so by the main series, he just starts shaving his head. Now, one part, Lex actually died, but then had his brain put into a younger clone body and pretended to be his long lost son.
Oh, that's probably what they were talking about then.
Yeah.
And that was the Batman vs. Superman Lex, wasn't it?
Maybe it was kind of an amalgamation of some of those.
I mean, apparently it's based off, after what I search up now, Alexander Luthor Jr.
That
right.
was, I think that's the, maybe
which is the son of Lex Luthor, of course, and Lois Lane.
The actual son,
3.
not the clone.
Yeah, the Earth 3 from the Crime Syndicate universe.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
weird. So it's
his son, but from an alternate universe?
I don't know.
Is that
The
what
whole
we're saying?
thing.
At least.
Batman versus Superman is just a mishmash with so many different storylines and series. Everything from The Dark Knight Returns, which was a future Batman storyline, and Superman Doomsday. That, like I said, they just took like a Chinese menu, some from column A, some from column B.
Now we just need a proper Injustice
Whoa.
move.
Yeah, they were planning that. You saw the post-credit scene in Justice League.
Wow.
We already have
This place is
Luthor.
bad news, guys.
Hmm?
This place is bad news.
Oh, I thought you said you had some bad news. I was like, oh, what happened?
Yeah,
No, I'm saying I'm ass kicked just now.
Bad news.
Oh, I can't
You
see
died.
it. Can't. There.
Almost like it's some sort of Souls-like game,
Mortis.
just with Zelda.
It's weird. Like it's not really a Souls-like game, but it kind of is. It's hard like one.
Yeah, it's kind of Souls-like, kind of Zelda.
Actually, I mean, it might as well be. It's got you drop some money when you die, but not all of it, but some. You got a stamina bar you manage during combat. You've got Estus flasks. Okay, I'm going back and going somewhere else.
Hyrule.
This place is scary. Did Superman kill Joker? I believe there was one series where he did. Wasn't that part of the Infamous thing?
Injustice. Yeah.
Injustice,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
That thing I just said they needed to make a proper movie about.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Injustice. Okay, I thought you were talking about
No.
the Injustice League. I thought you were talking about. Okay.
I mean,
Injustice
they
League,
could
what the hell's
probably do
that?
that too, but
There have been several iterations of that, but there have been Injustice Leagues in which they take some of the enemies of various Justice Leaguers and form their own group.
I thought there were a
By the way,
couple
this
leaks
is
in
interesting. Guys, by the way, this is interesting. My ability to focus and block is back again, and I don't know why.
Huh.
Logic.
But
Yeah, no, I thought they were called the Legion of Doom, not the Injustice League.
that's what they call them in the Super Friends cartoon.
Oh.
When they didn't call the Justice League, they call them the Super Friends. It's a weird thing. But in Justice League,
Go ahead.
the Injustice League, like I said, had several iterations. One of my favorite came in the '90s when Grant Morrison was writing the Justice League comic. And let's see, I know it had Lex Luthor, the Joker, Mirror Master, Ocean Master, Cersei.
I don't know a lot of these people.
Ocean Master is like the half brother and nemesis of Aquaman.
Yeah, I thought that was Manta Ray.
Black Manta, no.
Or Black
That's a
Manta,
different
yeah.
That whole different character.
I think Black Manta just worked for Ocean Master or something, right?
No, two different characters.
Oh, okay.
At least
In later
comics. I don't know
years,
how it works in the movie.
In later years, Black Manta has taken more and more over compared to Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cersei
though,
is
is Cersei the actual mythological figure or somebody named
Yeah.
after her?
yes, the mythological figure.
The actual one, okay.
Featured in the Odyssey, the sorceress.
Greek sorceress.
She's an enemy of Wonder Woman.
I was gonna say, it sounds like an enemy of Wonder Woman, if anyone.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Mirror Master is one of the Flash's rogues gallery. There's a lot of weapons based on mirrors. It's a weird thing.
That's
I mean,
also
they
where we get the Mirrorverse.
Not really.
No, I mean like in the future iterations. No.
I mean, they could have picked any of Flash's enemies.
True.
You know,
Oh,
they could have had Captain Cold,
maybe I
Captain
can
Cold,
now.
Captain Boomerang.
Yoink.
And,
Oh, there's a
uh,
thingy.
And let's
I got a
see.
thingy, you guys. Question marks. What is it? Looks like a fire
Fire
blast rod or something.
Oh, that reminds me. What happened to the rune stream you were doing? Or you
You
just
mean
like
Dune?
or Doom, not rune.
Doom.
Shit.
Because I don't know what rune is.
I'm sorry.
The
I'm
Dune.
Freudian. So I was
Dune-
thinking of Elden Ring, but yeah, what happened to the Dune thing?
Can I answer the question now?
Yes.
The Dune thing was just a one-time thing.
Oh, okay.
It was just a one-shot.
Gotcha.
Besides,
how's it
I was
going
losing
so
the game
far?
very badly. I would have had to start
Oh.
over if I did any more anyway. What's that, Blast?
I was going to ask how it went.
Well, now you know.
I mean, I lasted
Dune Spice
2.5
Marines.
hours, so reasonable. Not a great run overall, but
Yeah.
good enough for a stream. And I wasn't dead yet. I could have kept struggling on, but it was... It had reached the point where losing was... Oh, shit. Pew, pew!
Losing was
Pew,
OG.
lasers.
Pew, pew.
My game had reached the point where my eventual loss was clear and inevitable. I don't think I could have pulled us a victory out of that. Don't start your don't select your territory next to the Harkonnens' territory. Is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, those are the warfaring guys that you were struggling with. Because I remember, at least remember joining for a portion of it, and then you were struggling against like this warfaring faction or some shit.
Yeah, they're the evil guys of the Dune universe. Like mustache twirlingly evil.
Hey man, we are going to declare war upon you.
Yikes.
Kind of.
I miss when Jim Sterling was fun content. Now that I'm thinking about it, because he used to do the Skeletor impressions, and now he's, or she, or whatever the fuck he is now, is just
Who dat?
boring as shit. Jim Sterling.
I never really watched any Jim
It's a bit of a
stuff, so I don't
confused
know.
thing right now. I think Jim is having a little bit of trouble settling on what their identity is, because she's very clearly presenting as female, but prefers they.
And yeah, that's not my issue with them by any stretch of the imagination. It's just been a lot of the like, for example, their Elden Ring take. It brought up like Gamergate and a bunch of other like shit that had nothing to do with it, and it's just like, what the hell are you talking about?
I haven't seen that. But here's a question. What were they saying about Gamergate? Because there's two different versions of Gamergate in the world. One of which is incredibly delusional.
They were, I guess, the TLDR, and don't quote me on this. I'm just trying to remember to the best of my capacity.
Okay, let me give you two quick summaries of the two I'm talking about. Is it? Hold on. Was it the concept of ethics in journalism, or is it gamers or male toxicity?
Gamers or male toxicity.
Okay, so she's on the delusional side of it then.
Comparing them to the get good people of the Soulsborne, and even though vast majority, like 95% of them, it's just a fucking meme. Like, they're not really trying to shit on you when they tell you that. It's just a joke. It's in-world joke.
Yeah, Elijah
I'm not
made
even
that
that
point.
good at the Souls games, and I get the joke.
Just
I
like
think it was
Dog.
Anita Sarkeesian that started the whole Gamergate is about, toxic male gamers.
Well, it was Anita Sarkeesian, and then that one chick game reviewer that was sleeping with the journalist
That's the actual what Gamergate actually is. It's about that story being a problem of ethics in journalism.
And the ethics of journalism are still problematic with gaming. And in fact, I guess a little bit in fairness to Jim Sterling, even though they argued the wrong side of it, that same argument was brought into prevalence with the game developers, because a lot of these AAA gaming companies have been putting loot boxes and shit in their games, or bitching about Elden Ring success and all this other stuff. Even though it's like, listen, if you just make a whole game with content that people can enjoy without having to buy into it, like pay to win and all that crap, people would love your game. I mean, look at how freaking Battlefield 2042 turned out. Like, that's laughably bad. Even by AAA standards, that's laughably bad.
I've never played it, but I've heard about it. I guess I lucked out in that I'm just not interested in Battlefield to begin with.
I mean, I played the old Call of Duties when they were World War II, and then I played some of the Battlefields when I was in technical school in the military, and I had fun. I mean, it was like a local group or whatever. It wasn't like I was playing with randoms on the internet or whatever, but I had fun, and I'm like, how the hell do you screw up a franchise like that? Like, all you got to do is do what the Soulsborne series has done, and that is they have continuously built upon their success with each sequential game to a good Sekiro, which not my cup of tea, but I still consider it a really fucking good game.
You've barely played Sekiro. You don't even know.
I still think it's a good game. I don't think it's like, I can't, critique it completely, but I'm still saying the 2 hours that I played of it, I still think it's really fucking good. But I know that FromSoft has built upon the success of their previous games and learned from their mistakes. And that's what all these other companies are failing to do, and that's why everybody hates them. That's why Blizzard's in hot water. That's why Ubisoft's probably going to get bought out by somebody. That's why EA's kind of figuring out what the hell do we do, and they just don't get it.
These companies need to be fixed. So I hope somebody buys Ubisoft and fixes it.
A whole bunch of stuff they owned.
Oh yeah, Square Enix is getting screwed over, or not screwed over, but they're screwing up too, and
they sold off. I think
they're selling it for a pittance too.
Yeah, I think they sold off all of Eidos to another company.
Not just Eidos, Eidos, Crystal Dynamics, like all of their what's considered to be Western developers. So which means Tomb Raider, Deus Ex.
Deus
no
Ex,
longer Squeenix. Thief. Oh god, I would love to see a new Thief game. But like an actually good one. Actually, no, the last Thief game was good, but not up to the standards of the first two.
Right.
I still think one of the biggest strategies of all time was what Konami turned into, because they made so many great games, and they just turned into a disgusting
Pissed it away.
corporate. Yeah. And like, I guess that's what happens when you let a lot of these corporate heads dictate what goes in and out, because all they're really doing is thinking in the short term so they can meet their quarterly earnings to keep their investors keep their investors happy, because if the investors get the returns, then they'll stick around. And that's why they shit out these games as quickly as they do, so that way there's earnings to report and the investors stick around. But yeah,
I would
mean,
like to see like Deus Ex has not been touched in a little while. I would like to see them continue that. I would love to see a new Thief.
I honestly, like, what Konami, EA. Oh, I don't know if EA's ever really technically been good. They just benefited from the successes that they have, being a kind of fledgling company coming up when gaming like kind of died in the 80s and it got resurrected in, I think, like the early 90s. I think they're just kind of a byproduct of that. But I think what the gaming industry needs is a complete and utter changing of the guard, aside from some of the ones that have committed to still making good games like Capcom, FromSoft, Bungie and Studio 434 to an extent, or 343, not 434. But
same thing. It's just a number.
Yeah, just we need a fucking changing of the guard, and we need these corporate-driven companies to just kind of get sunk to that way be a testament of here's what happens when corporate greed takes over your company. It gets sunk. People stop buying your shit.
It's like all the crappy gameplay and let's see, what is Activision Blizzard? Your gameplay is getting bad, your story is getting repetitive, you're messing up things that happened in the past. Solution: we take out all the skimpy-clad elf pictures. That'll fix things.
Well, Activision Blizzard's kind of I wouldn't even say unique, but it's different as to why they're getting bombasted by everybody. And that's because of all the harassment claims against. I know you know.
Yeah, but that was just icing on the cake.
That's one of the reasons why they're getting lambasted, which is the word you wanted.
Yeah. I have some weird vocabulary.
That's one of the reasons, mind you, the biggest reason.
Yeah.
But they did have a thing where they're just like, oh, let's just take the slightly suggestive paintings of women out of our game and replace it with a bowl of fruit. Now everything's okay.
Yeah.
And what have you done about those harassment claims by your female employees?
Shit all, that's right.
What. Yeah, fuck all of nothing.
And your game is still sucking.
And unfortunately, like, even though
Bobby
Kotick's probably gonna be told to basically, like, piss off by Microsoft, he's still gonna get a separation pay package or whatever.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Like,
and I cannot be
here's
happier
your
about
millions. Now go fuck off.
Which is great, because there's no way they can get rid of him without paying him off to leave. Like, I don't want him to be given a bunch of free money for it, but on the other hand, I want him gone.
Yeah, well, I'll see how long he holds on to that free money, because even after he leaves, the man himself will still be hit with suits, as far as
He'll continue to be filthy rich even without the golden parachute.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give it to him.
That's why there's a lot of these harassments against these like rich ass dudes, and rich ass women too. They get away with it because they can outbuy the people that are accusing them of these things. Their lawyers will literally be outpaid by the rich guys and gals that are like, oh no, I didn't do anything wrong. And it's fucking bullshit. Like, they should not be able to do that, but it is what it is for now. Oh yeah, it's 100% agreed.
No, I said agreed, but...
Oh, agreed.
Nope.
You mean that other statement is not wrong either.
Somebody's got a meme I'm looking at right now on Twitter. The guy just sitting there in a 1,000-yard stare. It says, Marvel fans waiting for the 20-minute long credits to finish just to watch some guy show up and say, I'm Skippy McDippy, and then cut to black. Let's face it, a lot of the post-credit sequence are not incredibly significant.
I don't even watch them anymore. I just wait for somebody to upload it on YouTube, and then I'm good.
That's the thing. I watched them in the first two Iron Man movies and Captain America and Thor, because they came at the end. Then with the first Avengers, we got the first mid-credit sequence, and then I thought, okay, they're putting it there, so I have to wait for the whole thing, and I left, only to find out later what there was a post credit, but then again, when I found out what the post credit was, I'm like, oh well. So by sitting around eating, that was the post credit.
So there's two ways you can deal with that. Like without having to sit through like minutes upon minutes of credits is either look at the Wikipedia summary or look it up on YouTube.
Yeah. Now,
usually Wikipedia is pretty quick on getting the whole summary uploaded, but
now
It's more fun to actually watch it, though.
yeah, the
well, I mean, yeah.
yeah, I did like some of the post credit things, like even if it's some of the post credit, like all right, there's a character you recognize, and if he's there for a second, it's cool to see it. Like the post credits for the first Guardians of the Galaxy, we get to see Howard the Duck, who is a
Yeah, that was
classic Marvel character.
And that
That would
really
not have been
amounted
nearly
to
as fun to
nothing.
just read about.
But also there's the line after the little dog, who is a regular Marvel character. He's supposed some Russian space dog who was been traveling space all this time. But anyways, when he comes and just licks the
Thought
collector's
to have
face.
been dead.
Licks the collector's face, and that's when Howard, with a martini in hand, you let him lick you like that? It's disgusting. It's just a delivery. And sips his martini. It's like, oh. That's the thing. I love James Gunn's movies. That guy has a sense of humor that you don't get all the time. And people, I'll say this: one of my least favorite Marvel movies thus far has been Thor Ragnarok.
Really?
Yes, because
So-so.
I thought it was better than Dark World, at least.
Even then, Dark World knew to take it seriously, for the most part. Yeah, you could have light, humorous moments. The first movie did that. Ragnarok didn't know when to shut it off.
Well, that's Disney for you, though.
It's joke. It turned into a Stooges movie. I was surprised it wasn't a pie fight by the end. And they took not only one of my favorite characters, but one of my favorite eras of the comic, which was, the Walt Simonson period, Ragnarok, all that. They took one of my favorite characters from Thor, Scourge the Executioner, and turned him into a complete stooge. And worse yet, when I saw the character was going to be played by Carl Urban, I said, oh, he's going to kick ass in this. And they turned him a complete goofball.
So I didn't realize that Taskmaster had a lot of fans to the character, but apparently a lot of Taskmaster fans were pissed off at the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow movie. And I'm not gonna lie, the Black Widow movie was pretty shitty.
Yeah, the Taskmaster's been around for a long time, and he's been an all-around Marvel villain because of what his abilities are. He's got, I don't know if he's a mutant or some kind of thing, but basically he has what it's called photographic reflexes. It's kind of like anything you can do, I can do. And so he's kind of made up this fighting style based on the fighting style of the best experts everywhere, including a lot of superheroes.
So my other thing with the MCU is I don't think they're ever going to find the same success that they had with the Infinity War buildup, because Thanos that they created, that's a timeless classic villain. He was so well done by the MCU. He was so well done.
Oh yeah.
They're never going to make another villain as good as him. They cannot do that.
Yep. And
they will try, but they will fail.
I mean, they're working towards something. They've already had it. Obviously, we're building towards some big, multiverse storyline here, which has been...
Didn't they already do it?
Well, they've been doing it. They've been...
No, they're on quote phase 4 of the MCU, so they're building to another Avengers movie at some point.
Yeah, and the whole thing was we've already, I guess, kind of got an allusion to one of the major Marvel villains. That was in the Loki series, when they turned the main villain was Kang the Conqueror.
That's who they're probably going to lean towards.
Right,
I think.
right. And
Also, Did they ever do anything like? Didn't they introduce Black Adam or something at some point, or not Black or Warlock? Adam Warlock.
They alluded to it.
He got brought
in the
up, and I don't think they did anything with him.
It's like the post credits in the second Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They introduced him with that, but they haven't done anything with him. So he's coming.
Yeah,
up,
they-
I guess.
So I guess maybe in the third Guardians will get something. Apparently, Rat Production, they had a kind of little rat party there, and it was an Okay, here's an interesting thing. A lot of the actors, you know, you can tell who
See,
they
sucker.
are, you know, like in and out of makeup. You can tell who they are, like Dave Bautista, Zoe Saldana. You know who that is. The one girl, the one that plays what's it, Mantis.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of the cast there, and it's like, okay, there's David Bautista, there's Chris Pratt, that's like, who's that girl? And then I think, oh, that's fucking Mantis. All right.
Yeah, actually, something similar. My roommate has a poster of the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, like dressed up like they're in the '60s and like disco dancing.
Oh wow,
That's cool.
Like a Disco Inferno type thing.
right.
And I was having trouble identifying some of the actors. I had to use the process of elimination to figure out who some of the people were.
Yeah, and of course, some of the people you'd recognize the actors, or think, why are they there? It's like, oh right, they were the voice of this and that character.
Ah,
Like
Nice.
Vin Diesel's the voice of Groot.
And then Matthew McConaughey is Rocket.
No, Brad Cooper. Or
Oh, Brad Cooper. Why,
Bradley Cooper.
why do I keep thinking it's Matthew McConaughey? What the hell's wrong with
He
me?
kind of looks like him. And of course, you know, Sean Gunn, who he plays one of the Reaver characters, but he's also in the mocap suit for Rocket. And what's the girl's name? Shit. She plays Nebula. She was.
Oh,
she was one of the
Matt
ones
Smith.
She was one of the ones I couldn't identify.
Yeah, she was on the Matt Smith Doctor Who.
the only reason I even know of her in general is because she was on that incredibly shitty movie, Legion. Or no, not Legion. Oh, what's that fucking vampire movie with the guy that played Vision? It had
You're talking about Twilight.
No, not Twilight.
You may be thinking of Legion. It's not about vampires. It's about like
No.
angels or something.
It's not Legion. It's shit. It's also got the one guy that played the guy that worked with what's her face in Thor Ragnarok.
Hang on.
God damn, what the fuck are all these names? Why am I forgetting everything? Am I going
Only
senile in
thing-
my old age?
A lot of
Only
these names I never
vampires.
even knew in the first place. I was surprised when I saw in that disco poster
Yeah.
the lady that plays Nebula. Without that makeup on, she's actually pretty cute.
I'm looking.
Very angry cutie. But not angry in the disco one anymore.
Oh yeah, Karen Gillian.
Yeah, I'm looking. Karen Gillian, Paul
Oh,
Bettany.
Carl Urban. Carl Urban played one of the antagonists in this movie. And it's got the one guy that played Vision in it as well.
Okay, that was Paul Bettany who played Vision. I'm trying to
Paul
find,
Bettany. Yeah.
I'm trying to find a movie they did together. I'm getting nothing.
He was very good.
All I'm
I
getting
like-
is the Avengers movies.
It was... Wasn't Legion.
I mean, I don't know anything about Vision, so I don't know what he's supposed to be like, but I enjoyed how he was in the movies.
He is a artificial being.
I know that. I'm just saying I don't know what the character's personality is like.
It basically starts out as like an android, but develops to start to develop a human personality. And yes,
Yeah,
he
no.
and Scarlet Witch were
I get
in
that.
love and got married.
I get all that. I'm just
Oh.
saying.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have
the
not
movie's
read his
called
comics,
Priest.
so I don't know what to expect his personality to be like.
Priest, she was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not like that movie, especially because if you know the source material for it, God, how do I? Okay, Priest was what do they call it? Manhwa, which is Korean manga. And it was kind of like almost like a steampunk horror western.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I loved that series. And now there's one part that takes place in a pastime, looked like during like the Inquisition or something like that. And I think they were going with that timeline there. And I was like, I don't know.
Speaking
It
of
worked
which,
better as a western.
anybody who likes like bizarre horror western, there's this game that came out a little while ago called Weird West.
Yeah, I heard about that. Have you tried it?
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wow.
It's one thing that was interesting that I wasn't expecting is you don't play the same character through the whole game. You go between 5 different characters.
Yep.
But their stories overlap.
Yep.
So the only reason I remember, well, 2 reasons I remember Priest is, one, it was an absolutely fucking terrible movie, but also I used, like, when Facebook allowed you to post these, lengthy blogs or whatever, I would post movie reviews for, like, people to enjoy or whatever. I just went on, I want to say, at least a dozen paragraphs ranting about everything wrong with that movie, not even knowing the source material, which is by far superior to it, the movie. And I just remember going on this fucking long tirade about everything wrong with it, and I got a bunch of support from the people that read it, and they're like, "We agree. We just saw the movie. It sucked."
Yeah, I'll tell you something. There was a funny thing. I saw this movie. It's very interesting. Very much flew under the radar. It's 2012 horror western that starred Wesley Snipes. Would you believe? It was called Gallow Walkers.
Would not have expected that from a western, no.
Yeah, and it's interesting, especially the main villain at one part. So they want to slaughter this whole town, and somebody drugged this one girl up in front of him, and she's like getting fighting. And it's like, "Don't touch me, I'll kill you." And he says, "You make a compelling argument. Are you a lawyer?" Which one of his gang goes, "She goes, she's a whore." Honest mistake.
Honest mistake and more respectable. And yeah, Burnswell, Weird West is pretty flexible about things like the story adapts to which characters you kill or don't.
Oh, you got a lurker in Luna LaVinci.
Hello, Luna. Yeah, she was on our podcast yesterday. Nice lady.
Oh, the one that you and Low Energy did?
Yeah, she was one of our guests yesterday. It was fun.
Oh, you want to tell? I was in a chat like on one of Low Energy videos. One of his just solo, just the guy by himself streaming, and he was just like these fight videos, mainly just in the street, caught on video, brawling. We're talking about this and that. I told him about one of the great moments in professional wrestling, the Tupelo concession stand brawl, and he went and found it, and he loved it.
Yeah.
This was
that sounds like him.
It was like late 70s, early 80s. It was Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee versus the Blonde Bombers, one of whom, Wayne Ferris, went on to become the Honky Tonk Man.
Okay, heard of that guy.
And this was supposed to be kind of like the blow-off of a thing, and where the Blonde Bombers versus Lawler and Dundee, who were then the tag team champions. And, of course, the Bombers win by cheating. And it leads to a knockdown, drag-out brawl. Now, it's like the end of it's supposed to be like West TV Times going off.
Not to interrupt you, I just want to say I'm going to have a quick break. I'll be back in like a minute or two. Keep going.
All right. But what happens is it turns into a brawl just as TV's going off. But then, of course, later on the next episode, they show what happened afterwards. And yeah, a brawl which goes in the back and ends up in the concession stand at the arena, and they are just destroying the place, throwing racks of hot dog buns and jars of mustard, and that was when they were still in glass jars then. And of course, mixing in, they're all getting bloodied in this. And even when coming under Jerry Jarrett steps in, he gets hit by something. It's then you got Lance Russell giving his Playboy. That's a hell of a fight going on here. Look at that mustard everywhere.
For some reason, you're making me think of Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh,
and I kind of missed that series because
Some have said it can be credited with or blamed for hardcore wrestling.
I mean, just think about how much good content they can make with celebrity death matches. Like, you could have Will Smith versus Chris Rock.
Jeez. Oh God,
You could have Amber Heard versus Johnny. I mean, that might piss off the feminists, but
there was a joke, and this happened recently. Well, this happened. Apparently, there was a show after the show in which Dave Chappelle got attacked, and him and Chris Rock were on stage together, and Jay said, "Hey, at least you got."
Oh yeah.
He was like, "At least you get hit by somebody noteworthy." He said, "Man, that guy got hit by the softest rapper
Yeah.
on earth." You know.
Yeah, I saw that he got.
I saw one of that guy's raps. He's terrible.
No. I'm not talking about the guy that attacked Dave Chappelle. Chris was talking about Will Smith.
Oh. Yeah, no, the guy who hit Dave Chappelle, though. That guy is awful.
Oh, apparently this guy was not all there.
I had a moment of stupidity here not too long ago when you were talking about like him being a bad rapper, Will Smith being a bad rapper. I was thinking like, wait, hold on, didn't Will Smith have a shitty sports career in baseball? I'm like, wait, no, I'm thinking of Michael Jordan.
How did you get those two confused?
I don't know. Well, I mean, they're both talented in what they're good at. Like, Michael Jordan's one of the greatest of all time in basketball, and Will Smith, I still think to this day is a phenomenal actor. But
I don't know if I'm going to say phenomenal, but decent. He was actually an okay rapper, but I think he's a better actor than a rapper.
I like him as for sure.
I like him as an actor. I'm just saying.
Honestly, I think the dude would be so much better with himself if he got away from his absolute dumpster fire of a wife.
Yeah.
I do not like that woman. I'm sorry, I don't like her.
I kept thinking about, like, I kind of liked her at one point. It's like, what was it that I actually liked her in? And I had to think, and I was like, oh yeah, Demon Knight. And
I don't know if I've seen anything she's in or not, but
she was in. That's the one thing I've seen her in: Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, and really, she was. Well, she's kind of, I guess, the final girl, and you might say protagonist of this. Not really much to her in that movie.
I mean, that's how most horror movies go. Is usually you have your final girl. I mean, that's part of the. Yeah. It's kind of a trope, really. But
yeah,
the only thing I really knew.
It's such a trope that South Park game, the last South Park game, put final girl in as a character class.
Oh man!
In the DLC, but still, there's a DLC where there's some weird shit going on at a kid's camp, so they sort of horror movied it up and put in Final Girl as a class.
So speaking of Final Girl, and I'm not going to spoil too much of that Halloween flick that came out not too long ago, but they really fucked up the Final Girl there.
I think I'm about to have a boss fight here, fellas.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready to see me get my ass kicked probably very quickly?
Time to get good.
Or fail to. The last boss, which I fought, which was actually the first boss of the game, kicked my ass real fast.
Here's a tip. Attack the boss and it will die.
I'm not ready to make that assumption, actually.
Oh, wow.
If these blocks are breakable, I'm going to be upset.
Pew pew lasers. Holy
bombs
shit.
At me. Get pew pew.
He's got a machine gun.
He can have his machine gun. I don't want him to have that giant laser. That's what I'm more upset about.
Yeah, I feel like the boss isn't playing fair.
The first boss didn't either. Oh god, he's making minions now. Ow, I thought I was outside the boss radius of that. I was clearly wrong.
He's making minions. He's taking the page out of Dark Souls 2.
I don't remember boss. Oh, you're talking about the skeleton lords?
Yeah. Which, in retrospect, that's one of the least. That's one of the more or less offensive bosses with that. I mean, I think I gave it shit in my Let's Play, but like looking back, I'm like, you know what? That boss actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's fine, and they didn't like. Ow. They didn't repeatedly make minions. They just did it a set number of times.
Yeah. It's just you kill one and then a shitload of dudes spawn. Yeah.
It's not going well, fellas, but I'm lasting longer than I thought I was going to.
I gotta say that laser blast
Now
thing
I'm
it does though is pretty damn cool.
It is pretty cool. I just need to get better at avoiding it. It's very cool, though. Oops.
Oh, so when I was fighting Margit in my Let's Play the other night.
Say it correctly. Marge.
Marge. He gets on to me for mispronouncing things, I swear. Anyways, I was actually doing really well against him. And I like blocked one of his attacks, and since my character flying back when he like smacks me, and I got thrown off the side of the cliff, I just bust out laughing because I'm like, I didn't realize how close to the edge I was. I'm like, that was too funny, I can't even be mad at that. Oh, I see this boss went to the wind-up attack school of Elden Ring.
Yeah, in the sense that he's wrecking the environment while he's fucking me up. I do love that when you're fighting something big and impressive in Elden Ring and like trees fall down and shit.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
I think, lightning bolt, 5 damage, 5 damage.
Yeah, there's some epic ass fights going on in there.
Oh.
There's that one guy in Altus Plateau where it's like one of those giant sword lions and he just like takes down an entire ruin trying to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
Epic shit.
It's now a ruiner. It's even more ruined.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the thing about bosses in like pretty much all the Soulsborne games, to include Elden Ring, which I think is now counted among.
It's definitely,
it's
a Souls game.
Yeah, is that if it's like a big scary beast or whatever, it's not a hard boss. If it's about the same size as you, though, oh yeah, you're gonna get your face wrecked in.
Yep. Okay, also this is officially a Souls game now. I just dodged this giant thing's attack by going underneath it. Get in the
Attack
Gwendal
the
zone,
booty.
boys.
Spank
Not even
the
the booty,
booty.
just stay under it. This is Sif the Great Wolf
Eat the booty like groceries.
/ which one of the rat bosses was it that you got was huge and you fought it by going underneath? The Authority?
The Authority was the. No, yeah, it was the Authority. Yeah, because I'm thinking of the Royal Rat Vanguard.
I get those two mixed up all the time.
I do too. Yeah, the Vanguard's the one with the mohawk. The Authority is the
that's
one
the
that looks more like a dog than a rat.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I despise that boss with a passion because the boss isn't even hard. It's just those 3 little shits that charge at you that can like.
Yeah, the real
put you
challenge
in
is you got to get rid of those guys first.
Yeah. And I remember watching, I think it was like the Democracy, I think is what his name is on YouTube. He was ranking like the bosses that he hated most in like the Soulsborne series, and the Rat Authority was one of them. He's like, the boss itself isn't that bad. It's these 3 little shits that come charging at you, and I'm like, yep, I know what you mean there, guy. You get rid of them, then the boss is cake.
By the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm doing a lot better on this boss ever since I started thinking of it as a Souls boss.
I know, I was about to say, like, you're actually doing really well now.
I'm fighting this guy like a Souls boss, and it is going so much better.
I'm actually surprised he doesn't have a, let me compress myself and then explode attack to, like, you know, prevent people from getting under him. Or to at least punish them for sticking under him.
Right. Like a I will squish you or stomp you thing.
Yeah, or that. Oh, damn.
Or just like fall flat on you.
That's what I meant by squish, yeah.
Yeah, birds are just fighting like a boss,
Just
period.
You can't tell me that wouldn't hurt.
Sure.
So those early bird hits count?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I did it to the first boss, too. Getting into his butt weak point is a little harder.
I guess
got other things that get in my way.
He's probably more susceptible to damage there then.
Probably. Like, it might hurt more, but I can't. It's hard to get to.
Have you fought any of the Dragonkin soldiers in Elden Ring, Krendar?
I've fought everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've fought everything.
I was gonna say,
I
like,
haven't beat the last boss yet is all.
I was gonna say that boss, the Dragonkin soldiers, like, they are the antithesis to the whole, like, spank the booty, because they have that freaking belt that just hangs down that you can't roll under them. You have to legit go around them.
I mean, I've fought them, but I don't know their names, so I don't know which one is the Dragonkin one.
You go into the underground, and there's like this big, huge, like, lake area. And there's like this.
Don't those guys usually fight by like crawling around on the ground, anyways?
For the most part, yeah. They look like disemboweled, like, giant lizard men, essentially.
Yeah.
And then their belt, because they've been disemboweled, their waist is really tiny, so their belt hangs down, and you can't roll under them because the belt blocks your roll.
Well, you can't roll under them because they're lying on their belly most of the time.
Well, they're still upright to an extent. Like, they're still on their knees and whatnot. Like, there's still, like, space underneath them. It's just that belt blocks you from rolling under them.
I suppose. I've never really tried.
I mean, it's not a particularly difficult boss. In fact, I think in my current playthrough, I'm probably over-leveled for him. But I mean, if that concept is even applying, but
I don't think over-leveled applies in Souls games at all. Levels don't do so much that it becomes ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I treat levels like I treat, like, the overall stats in the WWE games. It's like, it doesn't matter what the actual overall or what the level is, it's what the individual stats are.
Right, but I'm just saying.
I mean,
I've never really experienced. Hold on. I've never really experienced a situation in a Souls game where, like, you're just way more powerful than you're supposed to be for an area you're in. Like, unless you're just. Like, it can happen in Elden Ring where, like, okay, I'm level 100, and I just found something I missed back in, like, Lurgurnia Lake, and now I'm gonna go do that. Like, then,
yeah.
Sure. But, like, it's you just saving up and beefing your stats up a little bit before you continue on in the game, like, you're not gonna become over-leveled for what you're supposed to be doing. It's not a thing. Like, you can grind for a bit if you want, but you're never going to be like, oh, I'm over-leveled for the zone now. It's not a thing.
At least for the late game bosses, I've definitely disproven that completely, because when I first beat the game, I was what was I, level like 190 something?
Yeah.
When I
I'm just saying it's not like being level 99 when you fight Sephiroth, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
That might be why I get the concept kind of in my head of like, shit, I'm over leveled for this or that or whatever, but
yeah. I always laugh when people say that about Souls games. It's like, no, that's not a thing.
Well, I also appreciate when people, like, there's a YouTuber I watch, or not a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer I watch named Halloween, who's like, because there are some people that give others shit for, like, using the summons or using the AI summons or anything like that.
You have to sometimes.
And it's like, yeah, and I'm like, the game's designed with you using those in mind. And my thing
that's
is,
why it's so much harder in general.
Yeah,
it wants you to be using those.
And my thing is, you know, if you want to criticize the game for having you know, have to do that instead of just soloing the boss like how you normally did in the old games or whatever, then fine, sure, you know, point taken. But if it's part of the game, then it's not cheesing the boss or anything like that, because it's an intended mechanic for you to use.
Right. Although I always felt like so many other players always felt like cheating to me because it made shit too easy.
Oh yeah,
but the summon spirits that you can use when solo playing in Elden Ring are different.
Yeah, because
I also sometimes summon like NPC helpers.
Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, because like I will summon them if it's storyline driven. Like there's, for I guess to not scroll anybody that might not have gotten far in the game. Like with Godric, he's one of the early game bosses. You could summon a character named I know her last name's Low, but Nelfie, yeah, her.
You could. I always summon her.
Yeah, you could summon.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say she like offers you aid, and it's part of the story, especially with the update that they put out a couple of weeks ago, where her quest line where she basically after you defeat Godric, she becomes the new lord of the region that he rules over, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense to summon her for that fight.
It really helps to have somebody distracting him in that fight too.
I also really appreciate the Soulsborne community for making all the memes about the jellyfish and how helpful it is. Because I'm like, yeah, the jellyfish, one of the best summons in the game.
She's amazing. Aurelia for life.
Yeah.
Besties.
Like the first time I summoned the jellyfish was it was against Margit, and I was having trouble against Margit, and the jellyfish just like poisoned him and distracted him, and I'm like, oh my god, I love this little guy or gal. I didn't know it was female at the time, but yeah, I love this little thing.
If you read the item description for the Spirit Ash, it tells you that her name's Aurelia.
That's what I've been fucking failing to do on...
I've actually never used the jellyfish.
She's great. There's even a little, almost side quest with her in a way.
Yeah, because you can find her still living sister. Theory video I saw about those jellyfish is that they're actually the spirits of dead children.
I would say that's sad, but it is a Souls game, of course.
It is a Souls game, of course, yeah.
Everything is sad.
I mean, it's a Miyazaki game, and Miyazaki got his inspiration from Berserk, which is also a really fucking sad story. Which,
the reason why VaatiVidya has a series of videos called Prepare to Cry.
Yeah. I was also going to say that because of Elden... Oh my god, those balls follow you. Holy hell.
Yeah, that's what's nasty about them.
Because Elden Ring got mainstream success and whatnot, people started finding out about Guts, and then like there was like a Twitter mob that tried to shut down the Berserk series for being like, misogynistic or some shit like that because of a certain scene in the thing. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It's meant to be dark and
it's almost like characters who are villains do bad things because they're bad people.
Exactly.
They're villains.
Exactly.
Probably never read a comic. Probably never, or if they ever read a comic, hadn't read a good one.
And I'm like,
I probably just read the like child version. Like Donald Duck.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever read some of the old classic Donald Duck, especially in the comic book forms. Some stories could get pretty dark at times.
Oh yeah, no, I'm more.
Old
pockets or whatever they're called.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the little digest size things you get at the checkout stand. Yeah.
That's what I feel like they've been reading.
Yeah.
That was a good one. He tried to do his gigantic laser while I was hitting him, and I think it's stunned him out of it.
I'd say Archie comics, they probably find Archie problematic.
Actually, there was a good Archie Halloween one called The Hungering, or something like that.
It was about Jughead?
Jughead was a werewolf.
Oh, jeez. I was just saying, because Jughead's the one always eating.
Yeah, and Archie was like a monster hunter trying to bring him in.
I've seen weird crossovers up there. Remember there's an Archie meets the Punisher. There's been a Archie versus Predator.
Oh god.
Archie versus Predator?
How the hell did he win that fight?
I don't know. I never read it.
He probably did. He probably got his spine yanked out.
You know, let's...
Pew pew, motherfucker! Oh my god, I just boss moded him on that one.
Plot twist, you were the boss.
I mean, did you see that
Always
shit?
has
All my
been.
other runs went pretty roughly, but that one went crazy smooth.
Mm.
I got lucky.
Mm.
Plus, I
It
think I was
was-
just getting used to his patterns by that point.
It was
look,
yourself in the future.
He
And that's
even
when you
posed
get
before he
killed by the
died.
falling debris afterwards.
Yeah.
You beat the boss, and now his components are falling around all over the place, and he gets squished. Okay, so I got a thingy from him. Apparently it's something I don't have to use actively. I don't know what the hell it is.
Looks like a fancy screw.
Yeah. Actually, it might be just the thing I plopped back down outside. Might not be equipment. I did not have much money going into that anyway, so I didn't have to worry too much about picking my stuff back up. I think it's just maybe for this. Yeah, okay. I'm just waiting for the Zelda music here. It's so close. Ooh. Didn't expect to see that gunk in there. I got a thing.
Oh god, it's the death thing that Malekith was protecting.
Oh no. That guy was a crazy fucking fight.
Oh, I love Malekith. He's such a good fight.
He was a good fight. I don't know how I would fight him with a melee character, but with magic I managed to pull it off. But fucking
yeah,
guy has zero chill.
How the fuck did it... Oh, that's right, I used, apparently he's weak to Scarlet Rot, and I used both that and bleeding damage on him, and that barely got me through that fight.
I'm building a bandit character towards that. Right now I've got the Reduvia Bloodblade main hand, and then just like my starter knife offhand with a poison Ash of War in it. So I'm doing bleed poison right now, but I'm going to replace poison with Scarlet Rot later when I get the knife that does that. But I'm not quite there yet. I'm working towards it. I actually had to buy the basic bitch Cestus weapon and level it up just so that I could beat the twin gargoyle fight. Because I needed a strike weapon that was Dex related.
The Valiant Gargoyles that you fight underground before you reach, what the hell's that area called? I don't know if you've made it there. You said you fought every boss
I've
so
been
far,
everywhere.
right?
Why do you keep saying this?
I'm trying not to spoil you, or I guess.
I mean, I know,
somebody else as well.
I understand, but the only way you can spoil me now is by telling me the ending. Although there's other people here too, so maybe they don't want spoilers.
Okay, did you fight the big black dragon in the underground with
I
Fia?
don't remember.
I
I don't remember a dragon
that one.
with Fia. No, that must be an optional boss.
It is. It's part of Fia's questline.
I was in an arena where a bunch of people showed up that I had to fight.
Yeah,
Fia was there afterwards. I don't remember a dragon though.
There's some interactions you gotta do with her a couple of times in that area, and then eventually it'll give you a prompt to say, like, do you want to do
Yeah,
this? And you say
I'm not
yes,
doing her
and then
quest line. I'm not looking for that ending, so no.
Oh no, it won't affect the ending unless you
Well, I'm
directly.
saying though, what I'm saying is, I'm not doing her quest line because I don't want her ending. So therefore, I'm not seeing these things.
Okay. Frickin' sniper. Is that a mouse?
I think they're mice with like gas masks.
This make me think of the Skaven. They have the sharpshooters.
Yeah, this is
Right.
this is
Yeah.
very Skaven. This area, I'm feeling like.
Yeah, the rifles or like that
I
fire
forget.
like warp stone.
Yeah, they're basically like they're basically warpstone snipers. I forget what they're called. They're in the Total Warhammer game. Well, they're also in the the tabletop thing as well. But I know most of my Warhammer Fantasy lore from the Total Warhammer game.
Eat pew pew. I've got pew pew now too, suckers. I should have used that on the sniper, actually, come to think of it. Oh, here we go. Here's my chance. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew pew.
Which apparently the third one's still dealing with a lot of AI bugs and whatnot. So, yeah, that's 60 bucks I'm glad I haven't spent.
I dabbled in Total Warhammer 3 a little bit, but overall I just mostly can't really be bothered with it.
Giselle, I think is what they're called. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Long barrel rifles require a 2-Skaven team to load and fire.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Warp lock Giselle.
Yeah, it's a really big freaking sniper.
Yeah. Fires a high velocity bullet made of refined warp stone.
They're like in the Total Warhammer game. They're good for picking off hero characters. That's kind of what they're intended to be used for. That and like singular big units that are heavily armored.
Yep.
Like the like Ogren or something.
Yeah.
I was watching a video and I really need to finish it on YouTube. What was the name of this video? It was...
I was going to suggest also the Bull Rats, but that's their own unit, so probably needed there.
This guy's his YouTube channel is called, because I think the guy's diabetic, it's called Pancreas No Work.
Pancreas No Work. Oh no.
But he has a lot of things talking about the various factions of 40k, and he actually says a lot of the good points about playing Imperial Guard.
It sounds to me like this guy should probably do a collaboration with Ricky Berwick.
Or Crypt Daddy.
I don't know that one, but it sounds on theme.
He's got about the same thing as Ricky Berwick, the guy that's some kind of thing. He's in a wheelchair, his body's twisted up like he also has a razor sharp, super dark sense of humor, like Ricky Berwick.
Yeah.
The main thing I always remember about the Imperial Guard is from Warhammer, the Dark Crusade, and you could have the commissars merge with like one of your Imperial Guard units, and like to get them to fight better, you have the commissar execute one of them, and he immediately says, if you want to serve on the front, then you'll serve on the firing line. I'm like, that's such a cold line.
That's basically a thing, and that is a thing you can do in. That's what they do. If you start to run away, bow, he'll shoot you.
And that's why they're attached to
like
other units rather than being a thing themselves, because the whole thing with the commissars is that they are, like, they're not a troop. They are enforcement officers.
Yeah, they're almost sort of like the Space Marine chaplain. They are the spiritual,
but much more brutal.
Well, I was thinking that like that's a similar policy the Russians had during World War II. Is like when the Russian guys started running away, they would actually get shot.
That was the policy, not one step back.
Yep.
But that's the thing in the game for that. If you have a commissar in your unit and you fail the break test, you use that thing and just remove one single miniature from the board, and the rest of it, the red unit then passes.
Yep. Like everybody wants to run away, but then the first guy to run gets shot, and the rest of them stay.
Right. There was a cartoon, I can't remember something where, and the one guy's asking, why are we here? It's not a question, and there's the commissar kind of looms behind us about to shoot him until you hear the cook calling us, shout time, hurry up, you'll miss dessert. And all of a sudden you hear like kind of an echo, like dessert, 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 and walks away, and you start fighting, and you hear people like, oh, not again.
No, dessert, not dessert.
Yeah, but some of the other troops were like, "Oh, not again!" Apparently, it's a 4 years dessert anything.
Oh, so Burnswell, with you mentioning that, I don't know how I pulled this off because it was completely unintentional on my end, but there's an anime called One Piece, and when I started watching it, it had like 800 plus episodes and I think like close to 900 chapters in the manga. I somehow managed to sit through the entire series up to that point where it was at like 900 something without ever being spoiled on anything. And people were asking me, how the hell did you pull it off? I'm like, I just didn't know shit about One Piece. That's how I avoided it. Like, the only thing I knew about was that there's this character named Luffy, and he's a pirate, and he can stretch his arms and shit. That's all I knew when I started watching it.
I always like the thing about, was it somebody said, 900 episodes in, when's it going to find the fucking piece?
There's
Well,
only
that's
one.
the thing is, the One Piece never ends. It's the never-ending story, quite literally.
But as that one person says, some person was talking about in the chat, and he puts in, he says, if you don't watch over 900 episodes, how will you ever understand the hentai?
I mean, you gotta make sure you understand the hentai. That's important.
Like, apparently, you don't even understand the hentai version.
I mean, virtually every character in One Piece that's female has like gargantuan tits, so.
Boy.
Like, Oda's conception of human anatomy is fucking strange.
I've never watched One Piece. I've never read or watched One Piece or Naruto.
And I never will.
I've got about the first dozen volumes of Bleach. That was pretty good. I probably someday would finish it.
I have a mixed opinion about Bleach. I didn't read the manga. I watched the anime. My opinion about it's mixed. Like, I think it's decent, but I wouldn't rewatch it.
A lot of anime, in my opinion, never really matches up to the manga. I mean, there's so much they've got to cut out, or it's not
What you guys should check out is Read or Die. That's a good show.
Yep. I'll tell you the one manga, I tell everybody about it ad nauseum, and I only got 2 more volumes to go that's been really good, is this one called Hell's Paradise. I just kind of read it, not a whim. It's like, it's a manga. What's a manga I haven't read? And I have loved it so far. It just, like I said, it just finished in Japan last year, and there's apparently a anime in production right now, but I have loved it a lot. And people, one time I was buying one of the volumes, and I guess the anime fan behind the counter said, I've been thinking of that, how is it? I said, I've liked it. Said, what's it about? I said, think of a samurai era Suicide Squad.
Did I just see Krendar get killed by a rabbit in a gimp suit with a gargantuan sword?
That's not
No,
a rabbit.
It was a mouse in a gas mask with a gigantic sword.
Oh god, they really are Skaven.
Look at the bones.
That's what we've been talking about.
It'll do you up a treat.
That's why we were talking about that in the first place.
How's the dynamite?
Timing's off.
Oof. Speaking of rabbits with swords.
They're not rabbits, they're mice.
I know, but as he...
Are you sure? Have you seen Under the Mask?
I mean, they don't look like rabbit ears to me. And they've got tails, unlike not just little puffs on their butts.
You never know. They've probably been around the purple stuff. You don't know what it can do.
That's true, they could be mutated rabbits.
But
Basically-
Dan...
No, what I think you're actually fighting are a bunch of furries in a BDSM club.
I mean, there's no need to be redundant.
So, anyways, Dan, Kai, and Ray's were... I don't know, Dan posted a picture of this Netflix animated series based on the comic Usagi Yojimbo.
Speaking of rabbits, yeah.
Yeah, and I looked at that and I said, what the fuck is that? And I said, that is not only some of the worst animation artwork I've ever seen, that is the worst poorly rendered, stiff-looking character design.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Look even close to the original comic. It's a like feudal Japan era saga that's been going on since the 80s, but it's like anthropomorphic. It's a furry.
Yeah, like
comic.
he's a rabbit man samurai.
No, well, yeah, the anthropomorphic animals. Our main character, Miyamoto Usagi, is a rabbit Ronin, and we've got
the pun there, as I understand it, is Usagi is the Japanese word for rabbit.
rabbit. Yeah, in fact, if you know this, the in the series Sailor Moon,
Yeah.
if you saw just the dubbed version, I think her character's name is Bunny. In the Japanese, he's called Usagi.
So also bunny.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's got a couple, surrounded. In the picture, we see Gen, who is a rhino, who is a Ronin, and he's a bounty hunter. I see Kitsune, who, if that don't give it away, is a fox, who is kind of street performer and thief. And
A
Chizu,
fox and a thief. Who'd have thought?
who's a cat, is a ninja, former member of the Neko clan.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah. So yeah, but these characters look fucking nothing like any of them, or just barely. It's like
Oh my god, I died right in front of a... The
if
first
I
time I
was
got here, I
the,
died right by a rest spot, but I can't reach it. Oh man.
if I was the creator of this, if I was Stan Sakai, the creator of the original
water.
comic, I would go to Netflix and take a katana to everybody involved in that.
That's illegal.
No, what they've
Can't do
done
that.
with
Not if the cops
what
don't find out.
they've done with Usagi Jimbo
Nah.
should be fucking illegal. Punishable by having a head chopped on. Honor must be preserved.
Well, then you just have him commit seppuku.
No, or get it the other way, and by taking out the people who dishonored him. Whack, whack, whack. This
That reminds me of
demands
something that was rather interesting. Any of you guys ever played Tenchu?
Yes.
Never got to play it. I've heard about it. I wish there was a port today. I'd play it.
Yeah, I wish they made sequels. Although, I guess you could kind of say that Sekiro is
Yeah,
almost
many
like a
said
follow-up
that.
in a way. But
Well,
point
it's-
being, in the first game, you could play either a male ninja or a female ninja, and there was one particular mission that changed depending on which one you played.
Yeah.
Because there was some guy that dishonored, like abused his position and did dishonorable shit. So you're there to take him out, right?
Yep.
If you're playing the female ninja and you show up there, he was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they sent a woman after me." Blah blah blah, and then he fights you and he gets the boss fight.
Yep.
But if you're the male ninja, he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I brought dishonor to my family. I will do the honorable thing," and he commits seppuku. And there's no boss fight.
Yeah, actually, I know which one you're talking about. It's one of the latter end enemies that
No,
you fight.
it's one of the. I think it was like midway, maybe. I don't remember the number.
I think it's a little past midway, but yeah, I've actually got a playthrough of the first one on my YouTube channel. The second one I did not like. The third one, which I think is called Wrath of Heaven, is really good.
I like all of
And
them.
I'm trying to remember the last one they made. I
Last
remember
one
a
was
guy and a
interesting 'cause
guy.
you could unlock the character who's a doctor, and he did just like martial arts instead of using weapons. And he had like when he did his sneak kills, he got like little X-rays of what was happening to their bodies because he had like the anatomical knowledge. So he's like snapping necks or like doing precision strikes to people's spines and shit.
But I'm sure Krendar knows this, but fun fact that the Tenchu series was actually developed by FromSoft.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying Sekiro is kind of like a follow-up to it because it's the same devs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this area is freaking brutal.
Sort of.
I like
I
how
heard
in
some-
sync those two rats were.
I also heard some people compared Ghost of Tsushima to it as well.
No, I wouldn't say so.
I haven't.
No.
played,
That's a different thing.
No.
I haven't played that one yet.
It's very good. I recommend it, but it's I would not compare it
Oh,
directly,
reminds me. I
but
gotta
it
get
does
back to
have
playing-
stealth stuff to it.
That reminds me. I've actually got to get back to playing Mark of the Ninja. What I played was fun.
Yeah. The doctor being more of a reverse chiropractor. Yeah, he's there to break your spine, not fix it.
Mhm. It's Dr. Detroit.
Yeah, I think the next
that
big
is.
from project is
Oh,
going to be.
you need to watch that movie. Dr. Detroit is from the 80s, stars Dan Aykroyd as this nebbishy college professor who gets drawn into something between this pimp and this monster trying to take over the area. And basically, he's kind of made a patsy to look like the pimp's employer, this monster called Dr. Detroit. So basically, the guy teaches classic literature, so almost in a dramatic way becomes this character who's a parodious monster who's a former chiropractor. Says, I make adjustments to the human spinal column.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if what I read is correct, it's not, speaking like FromSoft teaching and all that stuff, the next, I guess, FromSoft project is going to be a Armored Core game. So I don't know if it's going to be
I've never played
Yeah.
those.
I think it would be interesting to see like an Armored Core game that follows the kind of Soulsborne-ish type thing. But I mean, I of course still want Armored Core to be more faithful to what it was back in the PS1 days, PS2 days, etc. But
So what you're saying is you want Mecha Souls.
Mecha Souls, yes. But yeah, because I remember playing Armored Core when it was on the at least the PS1 version of it, and it was a good game, really good game. I did not play any of the sequels though, so I can't say if the series evolved well or not. But given my track record with FromSoft, I'm gonna
Shit here
levy a
is
guess
pissing me
that
off. They're putting a save point here, and then they're not letting me access it.
it's probably like a
How to
bridge or
access
something
it.
you gotta raise.
Either that or drain the water, one or the other. I think I have to go through here to get to whatever I need to do, but this place is full of this poison stuff that drains my maximum health down.
That reminds me. I was watching this compilation reaction to one of the episodes of The Walking Dead, and it's the episode in particular has like a bunch of these zombies fall into this like lake or whatever, and then this one guy who likes to dress up as one of the villain characters from like the earlier seasons is like, well, at least the fish will be happy with all the walkers falling in there. And I'm like, Jesus Christ!
I want
That
to.
dude's for some funny shit.
That would be a crossover. Walker for Texas Ranger versus The Walking Dead.
Walker versus walkers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could just have Chuck Norris take on an actual the walker thing that that the old elderly people use to like carry themselves.
Walker zombies fear the Chuck Norris apocalypse.
Has anybody done like a meme of Walker Texas Ranger as an old man using a walker?
I was gonna say I would not wish that upon Chuck Norris, but imagine the irony if he ended up having to use a walker in like the latter end of his life.
Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
Now.
Oh, he's got to be pushing. I think he's at 70 something.
Yeah. So God.
Probably still
pretty-
in decent shape though. I'm
Pretty
sure.
damn. He still looked pretty damn spry for that
Well,
age.
I say the same thing about Vince McMahon. Like that dude's in his 70s. I know he's in his 70s, and he's still in pretty damn good shape.
I mean, didn't he? I think was it the 90s? He used to have He had one of the infomercials, one of the mini exercise machines out there.
Yeah, he did.
82
Yeah.
says Burnswell. Jeez.
He's 82. Jesus.
Yeah, no, he looks like incredible.
Huh.
Man, get himself
I don't
fit.
know what this is for.
Oh yeah, wasn't he one of the dudes at what was it, like that sports gym machine or whatever? Like he was one of their sponsors or some shit. Like he would be on their commercials and advertise for them.
Right.
Hey guys, look what I found.
Oh,
Got a
no,
gas
he's
mask.
BDSM now.
Yeah. I don't have to lose my
Oh.
my health just walking around the poison
Hey.
shit anymore. Actually, I should probably explore down here more now that I can.
I was like, which way to the golf club?
Basically,
I can now become one with the furry gimps.
or the or the party at the Satanic Temple.
Or the rave under the bridge.
I hear they're raising.
You've seen that video, right?
I hear they're raising hell over there at that satanic party.
Mm,
It looked pretty
you've seen
badass.
the video, like bunch of goth techno rave, cyber goth rave under a bridge there, and they had a,
dancing or whatever.
yeah, and they put in all kinds, and they'll put in different music over it.
Yeah.
Like the Thomas the Tank Engine theme. Or,
So there's I forget the name of this band, but there's this one guy, or not
Total
this one guy.
Jim, that was the thing. Chuck
Total,
Norris.
yeah, Total Jim. But like, there's this metal band, and the lead singer is he's shirtless, and he does like a weird dance or whatever, and you hear like random music played over the actual music video. It's similar to what you were just describing with those cyberpunk goth rave people.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a modern day version of that.
Sounds like it.
yes. The thing with the Thomas the Tank Engine, of course.
Man, after all that pollution and mining and shit, this place is real nice over here.
Oh, speaking of music memes, I know you're all familiar with the Rickroll one, but the lead singer of that, I guess, particular group or whatever,
Yeah.
he's fully aware of the
Rick
meme.
Astley?
Rick Astley, yeah, he's
Yeah.
familiar with the meme, and he actually loves the shit out of it.
I bet. I bet he does it to people.
You've seen the viral video, of course, that it's from the World War II era movie, The Downfall. The part where Hitler goes on a rant that his armies are faltering and all that stuff. And there's been a lot of videos, they put different subtitles, and English subtitles over the German. So it's he's ranting about
Oh,
stupid
yeah.
stuff. They actually talk to the actor who plays Hitler, and he says, I guess people like it. I don't know why people thought they could get humor out of it, but all right.
Well, I mean, that's the internet, is they make humor out of, basically a bunch
Anything.
of nonsense.
They they had some kind of movie they were planning to do, and it's all these viral stars of viral videos were going to get together. They would have the fat guy that was dressed up as Tron, the Star Wars kid was doing the little Darth Maul saber thing. They were going to have I forget the guy's name, Antoine Dodson, the guy Tom Mato. They raping everybody.
Oh yeah, that guy's funny.
They were going to have them all in this one kind of mockumentary. I think they was going to call it The Legend of Rick Roll.
I don't understand this point of this secret passage here. I'm in some sort of tunnel, but I can't do anything in it.
Somebody put some kind of,
Oh well.
I don't know, forget. He just put a picture, and I guess we're supposed to that extrapolate. It said what YouTube star is supposed to be. It's like, I don't know, and just kind of, he didn't ask for it, but I said, wrong answers only. I said Fred. If I remember Fred,
I'm gonna need more information than that.
Yeah.
that guy had like a voice synthesizer that sounded like a little kid's voice, and he,
Oh, that little dipshit. Yeah, I remember
this
him.
kid
Nope.
character.
have
I
no idea who that
remember
is.
him.
That's probably about 20 years
He-
old. So
Yeah, I was gonna say
he ended up getting appearances on shows like iCarly. He even had a couple of Nickelodeon movies and then a series out of it.
He was one of the early big time YouTubers, like when YouTube had just started, and he was annoying as shit.
I think that was the point. He's supposed to be an annoying little kid.
That was the
Well,
point.
yeah, but
he
that
got
doesn't necessarily make it actually entertaining, though. Just because
it
it's
was
on
it was
purpose.
not entertaining. No, it was not entertaining at all.
I know, I did like the episode. Fred's lost his meds, and it's like, holy shit. That's when he's been like when he's on his meds.
there's annoying with a little bit of humor to it, and that's what I would compare the annoying orange to. for the most part, the Annoying Orange was fucking stupid and obnoxious, but there were a couple of episodes of that one that I thought were kind of funny. With Fred, I literally wanted to strangle that little shit. Not that I'm threatening physical violence on him or anything like that, but the way he was talking, it gave me those thoughts of like, oh my god, this dude needs to shut the fuck up. And if the intent was to annoy me, well, yeah, it worked. Cause just
he managed to make a success out of it. Then again, like I said, now I.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he made his bucks, and he dipped out before the monetization bullshit started happening.
Yeah.
So I mean,
before he even started gaining monetization, let alone losing it.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say points to him. He made his millions, and he dipped the fuck out.
I mean, he still does YouTube.
Yep.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he just has another channel. I don't remember the name of it.
Then there's remember Epic Mealtime?
Oh, that was a fun show.
Yeah, but like I said, they were making money off of that stuff because mainly getting sponsorship from foods and cookware and stuff like that, or as how I like to say, YouTube money.
That was a channel for me that, like, for a couple of videos or whatever, it was funny with them doing the whole, ridiculousness with the food and the meal prep and all that stuff. And then it just got boring and repetitive, and I'm like, dude, find a new shtick or something.
Well, now Harley is on mainly on Twitch streaming gameplay. So
who?
Harley, the guy who hosted Epic Mealtime, the bearded guy.
I mean, I remember often comparing him to Gerard Butler's character from 300, the King Leonidas.
Right.
And that's kind of why he appealed to me, like, at least for the first like couple months I watched their stuff. But after a while, like, I was like, dude, this shit's repetitive and boring.
Credit the man with one thing. He is the man who, first informed me of the joy that is poutine.
Hell yeah.
I'd never heard of poutine before he brought it up, and I said, what is that? And then, holy crap, that looks delicious.
Damn right it is.
Yep. And what was it? I think that was about their second episode when they were doing something. They first started using poutine, and it had the little aluminum pie pan takeaway containers. And he said, if you eat anything out of a silver tray, you're a fat ass.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to restaurants where they serve you out of those things.
Oh, God. Then again, I actually was able to go to, I remember I was in England for like a week, years and years and years ago, but I was like, I'm in England, get the fish and chips. And that was when they used to actually, instead of having like a styrofoam or paper container, they served you in a piece, in a sheet of newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
Actually, Krendar, why are you wearing gloves, if you don't mind me asking?
So I don't get sweaty controller.
Huh.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
They work great. Like, my hands are sweaty inside the gloves, but it's not. I'm not having to wipe off my controller every 10 minutes.
I was gonna say your forehead's looking a little shiny too, and that's not me poking at you for being bald. It looks like you're actually sweating.
It's a little warm in here, Temperatures are going up.
I mean, want to switch rooms? My room is freezing.
Yeah, the temperature.
I'll trade you.
I mean, he's not
chilly this morning.
I mean, I was gonna say Krendar's not wrong because I mean I've had my window open and it's still a little warm.
My window's wide open, and has been
To
for 2 weeks straight.
To be fair, I live in Norway.
Well,
I will trade you, sir.
it had been getting warming up and actually being warm all night here, and then last couple of days
a new
you
air
wake
conditioner, so hopefully that'll help.
up not cool but chilly. So in the morning,
Chili,
Oh.
delicious.
Donuts.
Yes, that too.
Damn, now I want donuts.
Right?
Well, how do you think I feel every time I am sweeping or mopping near the fucking bakery? Because, oh my god, like the shit they make in there smells so damn good.
Mm.
I wish I had any good bakeries where I live.
They're pretty rare here, but we got a couple. Went downtown to one today for some bread.
I mean, the sad thing, we have had one good bakery where I live.
I don't know how many we have. I can only think of 2.
Stopped their business after 2 weeks.
Oh no. Why?
Damn.
Why did it go that badly?
No, their oven got broken and they just never fixed it.
Oh. Maybe they didn't have the money to fix it. Like, they probably were stretching their budget just to start the business in the first place. That's sad.
No, they had it ordered and everything, and then just suddenly they decided against it.
I mean, surely there was more reason to it than that.
No, I
just don't know.
talked with the owner.
Oh, they just changed their mind. Okay. That's weird. That's very weird.
So did I think.
I'm sorry. Just the way you said that.
I realized as I said it.
No, and I do that shit all the time. You can ask Krendar, I do that shit all the fucking time.
Yeah, don't we all to some degree?
Yeah, we do.
Mm.
Actually, I don't mind myself doing that. I get more annoyed whenever I have like those brain farts of like, so I remember this guy and I can't remember his fucking name, but I'm gonna talk about him, and then like I'm like, whoever's watching my videos is like, I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like, what's going on right now?
Or hell, it actually happened with in this classic. I can't remember the one that looks like the Inquisitor in Elden Ring with the hood and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. That's a good look, actually.
Yeah,
Confessor?
I was like,
The
Confessor, yeah. And I said,
class choice.
yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm playing this other character on this game as I said, like Inquisitor, I think. And I was like, what the fuck is this class called? And then it's like a 5-minute span of me just being like, what the fuck is this damn thing called?
Yeah.
And I think I was in the middle of a boss fight. I wasn't even paying attention to the boss, and I like ended up killing him. I'm like, what the hell is that goddamn class called? To be fair, it was the knife assassin, the first black knife assassin you encounter in the Northern Limgrave.
Oh,
That
God, I hate those guys.
Like, for some reason, that one spawns with like a third of its HP gone. I still don't know why the hell that happens, but yeah.
Probably because they're trying to say that, like, they were probably
Maybe.
involved in some shit before you got there, so they're already hurt.
Maybe. Oh, I also had a fun segment where I had a troll, a omen, and a dog fight each other. It's just too damn funny. It makes me miss Doom, where you could have the enemies like legit fight each other.
Yep.
I think it was on Doom 2. It was like a modded map or whatever, but somebody made a map where there's just like a shitload of ranged enemies. Like there's imps, shotgun guys, handgun guys, the chain gun dudes, and the Hell Knights and whatnot. And it's like the second you spawn in, you instantly die, but because all of them are aggroed, you get to watch basically a death battle between all of them.
Worth it.
Yeah, and that's the point of the map, is like you spawn, you die, but you get to watch these enemies just butcher the shit out of each other.
Something has to instigate them in the first place, so worthwhile
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Yeah, it was just somebody making
point here.
it was just somebody making a gag map, just get some laughs from people and
Just for
whatnot.
some giggles, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Can't you do that in the Doom 2016? You can get the mobs to fight each other.
I don't remember. Probably.
I think at Doom Eternal you can.
I'm gonna come back here later. I want to try. I think this is the main way to go, so I want to go back and do that other side place. I was just trying to hope to find a rest point, so I would have like some sort of reset moment, you know?
I'm gonna laugh if the boss of this area is a fire giant.
This is Elden Ring. He was an interesting fight too, actually. Once you finally had enough health and armor to the point where you could survive one of his hits.
I don't think I was too fond of the fire giant. At least his, I guess I just didn't like the rolling around shit that he did. Like, yeah, you know, you
wasn't
can
a
get
big problem
torn out.
to me. It was easy enough to avoid. Although it did chase him around. But that was the point. He was trying to get away from you so he could fireball you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the him rolling around, like, I think I only died to that, I think, once. Yeah, I only died to that once, and, like, that wasn't the issue I had. It was just like, oh shit, he rolled to the other side of the entire arena. Oh, let me haul my ass over there. Oh shit, he rolled back over this way. Alright, let me go. And I'm like, yeah, you could summon Torrent, and I started doing that, and it helped a bit, but
I never did. If you just run straight for him, you can get to him before he starts doing his next thing. Or at least before it goes off.
I actually had to summon, what's his face? Oleg? Not Oleg. Is it Oleg?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. There is an Oleg. I don't know if this guy you're talking about or not.
the guy with the twin swords.
Yeah, that's Oleg.
Yeah, Oleg. Yeah, I had to summon him. He actually made that fight so much more bearable because the giant was fixated on him, and I was like, oh, sweet. So he's gonna fuck with him while I run up to him and start stabbing him from behind.
I've got another summon I prefer using just because they're more... They don't do as much damage as Oleg, but they're more durable. I like Lutel the Headless.
I actually haven't used that one yet.
Lutel is very tough. She's got I think the Headless are supposed to be female. Anyway, she's got a spear and a great shield. She takes a lot of damage before she dies.
How good can she be with it if she doesn't have a head?
Pretty good, apparently.
The only summon I refused to use, and I used it once because I was like, I wonder how broken this thing is, because I remember watching Maximilian Dude's Let's Play of or his Twitch stream of Elden Ring, and he said that he'd seen like how broken that thing was. I'm like, well, let's see how broken it actually is. Oh yeah, before they nerfed the mimic tier was absurdly strong.
Mine sucks because it just I only have it so far on my sorcerer character, and my sorcerer mimic just wades into melee and gets killed. It doesn't use spells properly. Also, just not very durable in general, overall. And yes, burns well. Some of the bleed builds are super broken, and I can confirm that because I have an alt character who does one.
How do you think
bleed and poison is a nasty combination.
I was mostly a bleed and scarlet rot person.
Well, that's my plan. I just don't have the scarlet rot dagger yet. I have a scarlet rot rapier, but I don't like dual wielding rapiers as much as I like dual wielding daggers.
Oh yeah, you swing absurdly fast with twin daggers.
Oh yeah, that's why you get the bleeds off so fast. Like both daggers have bleed on them. Like one of them's not specialized in bleed, but it just naturally has bleed. And so I get the bleed effect off pretty quickly, plus poison after a little while. Nasty stuff. But I know there's a Scarlet Rot Dagger, and I'm going for that. I don't remember if it does bleed as well. Probably not. And I'm probably not going to be able to put Ashes of War on it, so it probably will never have bleed, but the Redivia Bloodblade in my main hand does plenty of bleed by itself, so that's okay. It's like 100 or something.
Oh, you get two of those things, and holy shit.
Well, like I said, like my offhand, I have an Ash of War on it that does a poison effect, but it naturally has bleed anyway. So like my main hand does like 110 bleed, my offhand does like 47 bleed, and like 80 poison.
Hmm.
So I am bleeding people like mad. But Scarlet Rot does so much more damage than poison that I am looking forward to that upgrade.
Scarlet Rod is amazing. I mean, when it's thrown against you, obviously it's like, ah, shit, this thing. It's, you know, it's that toxic status on.
It's worse
from
than toxic, I think.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's toxic from Dark Souls, but on steroids. Which is also why I hate fighting enemies
twice as
that
damaging.
Yeah, that's why I hate fighting bosses and enemies that have the Scarlet Rot effect on them. Oh, especially the fucking there's a trio of crystal lions or whatever the fuck they're called, and they all have Scarlet Rot.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I've
you
been to
gave
that
these
boss.
sons of. I was like, you gave these sons of circuits for Scarlet Rot? Are you shitting me? And I'm like, that's it. Breaking out the heavy cavalry. I'm bringing in the goddamn mimic tier.
Yeah, I know. I think my sorcerer character just noped the fuck out of that fight.
Yeah, I just said screw it. I don't care
Actually,
if
I
the
don't
mimic
think any
tier.
of my characters have done that fight. Fuck those guys.
I did it once, and I'm never doing it again. I refuse.
I'm not sure if I'm ever going to beat Melania on any character unless I've happened to stumble across a build that's really good against her. But I don't know yet. I'm not even sure what that would be.
See, I beat Melania using Bleed
Something
and
with an incredible Great Shield build, maybe.
No, I was using a Uber Shield that I had like maxed out upgrade wise, and when I noticed that she would recover HP even if she hit me while I was walking, I was like, okay, well, I just got to rely on a roll.
That sucks.
Yeah, and like the only thing I couldn't really figure out how to completely roll 100% was her frickin' anime attack or whatever.
Is that the one where, are you talking about the one where she just whirlwinds all over the place?
Yeah, waterfowl. Yeah, that's the only attack of hers that I cannot figure out how to completely dodge. Because I can dodge the first wave, then the second one hits me, and if I am able to dodge the second one, then the third one ends up hitting me.
Yeah, that is some nasty shit.
But I still think in terms of design and everything else, I think she's a good boss. That one attack is kind of the make or break thing with her, because if you take it away, then she's too easy. But if you keep it in,
that's the attack that makes me not want to fight her.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to deal with. So yeah, it took me
a weird rest point. Interesting.
Yeah, it took me about 12 hours across 4 days to beat her. And that's the first time a boss took me multiple days to beat in a FromSoft game.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try with most of my characters, I don't think. Although I do have 350, huh? Okay. I do have I did beat the Bloodlord with my sorcerer though, but I haven't beat it with my first character, who is a paladin build. Like, I'm doing Gargoyle Greatsword and lots and lots of faith. Oh yeah, Sacred Gargoyle Greatsword.
Actually, weren't you one that told me that Mog is super weak to holy damage?
No, because I don't know that.
Oh.
But I have not beaten it with my paladin character. But I do love that. I forget what it's called. There's the shield with the painting on the great shield with the painting on the front of it that makes you regen health.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I've got that on my paladin build. It is great. Love it.
Yeah, Mog's
anyway.
Mog's in my top 3 favorite boss fights, I think.
Me and Lutel the Headless and my sorcerer beat that with just a lot of pew pew.
I think Godfrey is my top tier favorite boss fight of that entire game. Though Godfrey just was so damn good.
That's pretty good. Anyway, let's go raid somebody.
Raiding party.
Got a lot done there today, though.